Shop, man. Shop. All right, wait for a few more of y'all to jump in. It's like 5 of y'all in here. Happy holidays too. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. You know what I mean? Do you think? Cap Artist, what's good? Kevin Hicks, he said, here we go. And to answer, no, we should not. Oh, yeah, I don't think so either, because I think we got all the answers to our problems on the roster. You know what I mean? But I will talk to y'all about some interesting trends, though. You know what I'm saying? It's 20 of y'all. Y'all coming in here. Y'all must be home for the holidays. Happy Saturnian. Oh, so you know what Christmas is, Saturnian, because this is Saturnalia. You know what this holiday is. I guess you know. I ain't gonna get into the geeky stuff though. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like doing that. Hey, Marcus, what's good? He said we should be concerned with the lack of offensive run plays. Y'all niggas just came ready to talk shit. Agent Nine, what's up, man? Cowboys are one and done. You seem happy. You must ain't get no gifts for Christmas, man. Stop it. Jessica Haggerty, what's up? Double I. She said, Koye. What's up? What's up, Ish? What's good with you? The Lee, D.A. Lee. He said, we in the building. Yeah, we in the building. Yes, my last day off. I'm back to work tomorrow. Oh man, God bless you. Cause I don't never want to go back. Then, I don't want to go back. We win in the first round easily. Okay. I mean, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Let a couple more of y'all, load up in here. We're gonna talk about it. While y'all do that, I'm gonna load up some of this footage, you know what I'm saying? So we can talk about it on a different scale. Can look at it. Boom. Boom. Oh, it's only one at a time. One at a time. Hold on, I ain't asked her. Yeah, put that backstage. Boom. Remove. Boom. All right, I don't know if this a crash, but just keep putting shit up here. I think I got a couple more. I ain't looking at the damn Buffalo Bills game again. I ain't doing that no more. That shit hurt my feelings. I ain't doing that. And we don't have Miami yet because of the Christmas holiday. They ain't give us the Miami joint. Not yet, but we will have it soon. All right. Daycare teacher's life. Work all year long, only off on the holidays. Well, God bless you, because you must love kids, because I don't like other people's kids, man. I cannot watch other people's kids, Jessica. I don't even think I would be able to do this show because I would be in jail. I can't watch I can't watch other people's kids, man. Sadiqa Charles, what's up? Marcus Wynn, what's good, man? The Rook would have played better. Which Rook? Hello, all. What's up? What's up? Yeah. All right. So it's enough of y'all in here. So listen, here's the thing I looked at, right? And I was trying to pay attention to it and just say, let's be reasonable here, right? We lost, and had we held on to that 20-19 lead, I don't think we would be sitting here as pissed off as a lot of fans are. I've been sitting back and just watching stuff on Twitter, and a lot of fans pissed off. I'm not mad about the Miami game, to be honest with you. Really, I'm not mad about that. I feel like we fought hard. The game could have went either way. I think that the narrative that we can't win on the road is something that's lingering or leering above these guys' heads, and I think that's added pressure. But I don't think that's a thing. Like, the Cowboys were one of the best road teams in the league just a couple years ago, so I don't think that's an issue. I really think that the issue, the concern on my end, if anything, is the trend that I looked at it, right? And nobody else pays attention to this. I don't think they did anyway. But the only teams, we got 5 losses. The only teams we've lost to, though, are teams with that are top 10 in the run. There's only, top 10 of the top 10 running attacks. We've played 6 of them. I think the Rams are included in that. And we've lost to 5 of them. You know what I mean? The Eagles, we split, so we won 1, we lost 1. But out of the top 10 running teams in the league right now, we've lost to 5 of them. And that's because we're a team that's built to stop the pass, right? And we do pretty good at that. And I think because of the trend that we have, or the muscle memory that you have, if you will, when it comes to stopping the pass, I think that we get a little complacent when it comes to our run fits are the things that we want to do personnel wise versus the run. So I just thought that was interesting when we got Detroit coming in here. I'm like, damn, Detroit is another one that's in the top 10 in rush attack. I mean, running game. And yeah, we haven't beat no team except for the Rams, and that's before they really started running like that. But we haven't beat too many teams that like to run the ball. So that is definitely something that we got to shore up, or we will have a problem. That's not a joke. I looked at a lot of our games, all of our games that we lost to running teams, and I was just watching our run fits for the last, for this whole season. I've just been watching that. That's all I've been doing the last 2 days. And yeah, it's definitely consistent. We consistently do the same things. And yeah, that's definitely an area for concern. But I think that we can overcome it. I'm not saying that the Cowboys are stuck in a zone where they don't have the personnel to do it. I know we've had this argument. I'm kind of tired of the argument at this point, but people are talking about it, which is good. Like, people are actually going out and seeing it, in the mainstream media, talking about the fact that Micah Parsons has looked like a killer from middle linebacker. So, if that was the mission, which was my mission, was just to get them to understand that we're better that way, then mission accomplished for me. I'm not mad beyond that point. I wanted them to understand, like, hey, we are better there. I don't know if it's a situation where, he wants his sack stats and he just wants to stay on the edge, but you can clearly see he's a totally different player off the ball. And I would say a better player. He has the chance, and shout out to Coach Mara for kind of bringing this up. This is his stat, but Michael Parsons has the ability to be the first ever 17 sack, 130 tackle player ever in the league if he plays middle linebacker more. And I would argue that he can get just as many sacks and from the middle, because most of his sacks this season, and I've checked, I think 8 or 9 of them came from the A gap, and a couple of them were off ball at that. So it's not that he doesn't get pressure from there or he's ineffective from there. So the fact that we even spoke on that was a misnomer. Um, and then also in one of our looks, we run like a 5-1-5 formation, and that's when we take Clark. If you ever see Clark standing up as an outside linebacker, or when you saw LVE doing it, that is that 5-1-5 look, right? And when we run that 5-1-5, you're basically putting Damone Clark or LVE at edge when you have other edge guys that I think could help you there. So there's a lot of things we can do personnel wise to help in the run game. And so I don't think it's as big a concern. But if they go into it the way they've been approaching it in the regular season, we are going to have a problem. We should have beaten the Bills and the Fins with the way the Niners got blasted. We could have had the #1 seed. That's a fact, man. Our destiny was in our own hands. Lions a top 5 rushing attack. Yep. Lack of discipline. What's up, Cap Artist? He said lack of discipline is the biggest thing the team with this team, in my opinion. We're gonna see some of that in a second. We've been in nearly every game we lost, but penalties hurt us in our momentum. That's a fact. Lunar love the name. She said, I hope Cowboys don't disappoint Jimmy Johnson. I hope not too. I mean, you never know. You know what I mean? I don't think we're gonna lose to the Lions. If we come out with our traditional 3-4, the way we run 3-4 every once in a while, once maybe twice per game. But if we come out with that because we know they want to run the ball, and we pick a formation that's suited at stopping or geared at stopping the run, I don't think we have a problem stopping the run where we bring out the personnel that stops the run. It's the fact that we don't bring them out. That's the only problem. It's like, if I got a gun and you got a gun and I got a bigger gun, but I don't pull my gun out, what good is the gun? You know what I mean? Same thing. Koye, if the all 22 is out now, what happened when Micah lined up at middle linebacker? Tape don't lie. I'm gonna check one more time, but it wasn't out up to an hour ago. But let me check once more, because the holidays have been messing this up. So let's see. And nope, still ain't here, man. So you'll get it tomorrow. Like, I'm working on a piece talking about the run game, so that's why I got all these clips in here now. You guys are gonna see in a second, but they're not put together, so they will be. And good point, Marcus. Hankins coming back is definitely is definitely going to be a big plus, because Hankins gave us that we basically had 2 points of like no go when you looked at the run game with Hankins out there. I don't care if we had 6 out there or not. When Hankins is in the middle of the field and D-Law is outside, you're not running an inside zone at Hankins, and you're not running the outside zone at D-Law. So it makes the run game a lot more predictable. What we don't do though, and you'll see that we don't tilt our linebackers, our smaller guys to the weak side where we're forcing you to run at Hankins or forcing you to run at D-Law. We kind of just line up wherever we line up, and that's a little different. I don't know who the Cowboys linebacker coach is, but I know I don't like him. What's crazy is Boss discussed the fact that that we could play more teams this year that can run the ball. Yeah, yeah, we could. We will in the playoffs. That's what you're gonna see. That's what you're gonna see, brother. David Montez, he said, "What about Chuma Idoga completely ignoring the D lineman right in his face?" Um, Me and Coach Marv talked about this earlier. I hated that play. I think that overall he played an okay game though, but I hated that play. He's a backup, and that was a mental mistake because Dak flipped the running back at the last minute, and they changed the protection, and I don't think he heard them. So initially they were sliding to the right, which is the way he slid. He slid to the right. Everyone else slid to the left. He didn't know he was supposed to be sliding to the left because he didn't listen to the call. So that was a mental error. But what I said was, even if you had that mental error, you already screwed up. You see Chubb, block Chubb. You know what I mean? But it was a miscommunication. Being as though we were on a roll, it was a miscommunication. But I think that he still should have just blocked the guy that was coming at him, just because. You know what I mean? But he made a mental error thinking he was supposed to be sliding the opposite way, and he screwed it up. Pat 1984, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Because I like where Law, because I was like, Law, where's Sid? Is she okay? Oh, okay, got you. Y'all talking to each other. I thought you was talking to me. AKOYE Media. See, listen, y'all gotta listen to Luna Love, man. She always at me when she got a question, man. Nobody else does that. Y'all just be asking random questions. I gotta figure out what you're talking about. She said, at AKOYE Media, you know that man wants to be a pass rusher. He is against that linebacker role. I think that might be true because when you look at a player that says, and this is where I do have a knock. Let's say, people don't want to criticize Micah Parsons because he's so good, right? But I'm gonna come at him on this one. Because before the season started, my man said he wanted to be an impact player, meaning he just wanted to have an impact, and wherever he needed to be to have the greatest impact, that's where he would be. And you can't tell me that you have the greatest impact on the edge. And the reason I say that is because we have edge rushers who are first round talents, and Sam Williams and Dante Fowler. They're both first round talents that don't get on the field because you at edge. Where we get better, if you in the middle of the field, Micah Parsons, who's still a rushing threat, and both of those guys or one of those guys get to be on the field because you're not on the edge. Now we just got better because you did that. We got better at stopping the run, and we definitely got an extra pass rusher on the field. That makes the team better. So to create a log jam at defensive end for the sake of sack numbers, it's crazy to me. And the crazier thing is you're only hurting yourself because if you really wanted sack numbers, I think you would get more of them from the middle of the field, to be honest. Because again, you have an extra pass rusher on the field with you in Fowler or Sam Williams. If you ran 3-4, you got two of them on the field. You could put Fowler and Williams. They've done this season, so I'm not just making this up. But you could put Fowler and Williams on the field. D-Law at 3-4 defensive end. Osa at 3-4 defensive end. Hankins in the middle. And then Micah and Evans or Micah and Bell or Micah and Clark in the middle of the field. You could do that. And now you got three pass rushers on the field. And if you count D-Law and Osa, those guys can rush too a little bit. You'll be hard pressed as an offensive line trying to figure out who's coming and going, plus blocking them if they decide to come. So it's like, come on, man. That is making the team better. So I would think there's some merit to that, Lunar Love. I think you on to something. Justin D, he said, it's still mathematically possible to get number one seed. I ain't worried about just the same way I ain't worried about the number one seed. I ain't worried about the refs. Everybody who keep talking about the refs, I respect it. I respect everybody for looking at it because they're not wrong. Get the shippers. They're not wrong on what they're saying. But, at this point, complaining about the refs, I want the guy who, can't be held. And if you hold him, you damn near killing yourself to do it. That's like D-Law. D-Law get held. But you have hell trying to hold on to him because he tried to kill you when you hold him. So that's what I need to see out of these guys. It's too much complaining. Again, me and Coach Marv talked about this as well. Too much complaining from the players. From the players when they're getting hell. They whine it in the middle of the play. Fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight. I say this to fighters, man. Somebody doing some dirty shit to you, do it back. Let the refs figure that out. Hit him in his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Do something to him. But and whatever you do, do it. But I'm just saying, if they're holding you, and you know you're not gonna get those calls, then that's all the more reason for you to be off ball a little bit more anyway, in my opinion. Um, let's see. Chuma didn't know his assignment. Yes, that's true. Um, we know what happened with Micah at the end. 2 tackles totally taken out of the game. Tape don't lie. Yeah, that's facts. At the end, he's not it. That's true when it comes to the run. I am of the belief that saying that the Cards game have excuse me. I'm of the belief, been saying this from the Cards game, have Hunter in at to block, at least to block and help Idoga, whatever his name is. Um, they have protection. I don't think Idoga is playing bad. Like I said, I think he just didn't understand it. He don't get the reps with the first team, and I gave him hell. Like you can see my tweet, I put it out there. But you know, under further review, I think it wasn't as bad uh, as it may have seemed. I think that he had a mental mistake. If guys were just running through him, I would say that's a problem. Guys ain't run through him. You know what I mean? He don't need the help as far as the actual blocking assignment. When he actually blocks people, he blocks. It's the fact that he just didn't understand where he needed to be. Micah need to move. If he was moving, he would have better success. Yeah, Micah beats the run with his feet. Y'all going ham in here, man. I ain't even getting to none of the content yet, man. Hold up. Koya Media, have you heard anything behind the scenes about Evans? He clearly should be on the field. All I think is, and we've all speculated about this, but what I think is, if you look at the way the rest of our linebackers play, not named Marquise Bell, um, I think that our linebacker coach is a wuss. Y'all don't like to hear that, but I don't think he a tough guy, man, because the way our linebackers play, most of them, they don't fit an aggressive style. And the guys who are aggressive, like Evans, Evans is not looked at as a good player when he's playing more aggressively and downhill when he's in there than any of the rest of the guys. Bell plays aggressive because he has to, because he can't go and he can't put his hands out there and shed a block. He has to beat that blocker to the spot, or that's his ass because he's small. So you got those two guys that float to the ball, and then you got Micah that reads it so well that he gonna go anyway. But when you look at what LV was doing, what Clark does, I think that's how they're coaching it, and I think that's the problem. I don't think Evans is high in that room because he doesn't fit the mentality of the coach. I really don't think so. I think that wholeheartedly. Salute back to you, Black Yoda. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate it. Everybody's saying that Evans can't be trusted in coverage. You got to show me the shutdown cover linebackers that y'all keep talking about, because linebackers are not cover players on a regular. You know what I mean? And we don't have coverage linebackers. So you're talking like Bell and Clark are shutting down passes and intercepting balls and knocking balls down. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're getting the ball gets caught on them. They just run and chase it and tackle it. So what type of letdown are you getting when you put Evans in there? That's not it. That can't be it. Plus, Evans has never been a guy that's like, just gonna throw the ball at him. That ain't it. You know what I mean? Run defense has been suspect for the better part of a decade now. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the Cowboy way, man. Yeah. Let's see what else you're saying, and then we jumping in. Sam Williams is aggressive. He ain't a linebacker though. Yeah, San Fran versus the Ravens last night was a linebacker clinic. Who said that? Somebody just said that. I think that was Luna. Oh, Luna Love on point today. You came ready. She watched football for real. Somebody named Darius in this joint. Who got my name? You know my name, Darius. I don't think y'all knew that. That's my real name. Who Darius? Darius Kennard. What's up, brother? He said, who is the linebackers coach? I don't know, but I know he must be soft. Yeah, Cox was our cover linebacker along with Micah Parsons. Yeah, and we could have done a lot better with that than what we're getting. Um, like I said, I think they have a log jam because they're trying to get certain people on the field. But let's look at it. Let's go back to it. I went back to this film. Let me take myself out of the film. All right, let's talk about it. All right, where we at? This was the play you guys were talking about how aggressive we are. Just watch Dono on this play. We do this a lot. So this was the San Fran game. We actually fixed these things as far as letting players get to the edge. In the Miami game, we were setting the edge real well. But you saw that flag because we get a little over aggressive personnel wise. Now, this is a play where it kind of feds me up too, because again, we're playing similar. This is a 3-4 look, right? You got Michael with his hand in the ground, though. You got 3 down linemen inside, and then you got LV standing up outside. So this is a 3-4 look. I like the 3-4. I don't like the personnel we use to do it, but I like the 3-4. I like Donald Wilson being near the line of scrimmage as a safety, but I still think that we can run the same formation because as you can see, let me see how many people on the line. Right? They got just a tight end and they brought Debo in, but they have 21 per no 20 20 21 personnel, I think this is. Yeah, you got no 22 personnel because if you count Debo as a tight end, I guess. You're not a tight end. But anyway, you got a fullback in the backfield and you got a running back there, right? So you don't need to be in big nickel right now. We don't need the extra DB on the field. You could slide LV to the middle of the field and give me a true defensive end outside here. Or you could slide Micah and LV to the middle of the field and give me 2 true defensive ends out here. Whether you want to bring Armstrong out here, Fowler, Sam Williams, whatever, that is almost impossible to run against. You're not running on that. You know what I mean? I would go back to a true nose tackle, but let's watch what happens on this play. Let's see if we stop it. I think we do. But my biggest issue is this, like some of the personnel usage. Like right there. Like we made a play on that play. Like, but right here, right. Like before we get to the action, let's look at this. This is what we did in the Miami game. And I wish I had the Miami footage right here. Okay, so if you're looking at this from a linebacker perspective, on your second level, you got Clark who's going to wait for contact. We got Curse who ain't going nowhere. Curse is like indomitable. He's not going nowhere. And then you got Wilson. So you got 2 safeties and a linebacker that plays like a safety in the box right now. You know what I mean? I like the numbers that we have at the line of scrimmage. It's probably why we stopped. And then we had Micah next to D Law. So that's always a plus, strength on strength that way. D Law just does his job and like forklift this guy. But I don't like having guys that don't play a certain position out of position. Like I like the fact that LV they found something else for him to do when they want to put Micah in the middle of the field. But there are defensive ends on this team who are first round draft picks who can play that spot. And we're already not getting a lot of snaps. Like I don't like the usage there. That's the only thing I don't like. Like here, this is a 3-4 look, right? But we can use Kurtz as a middle linebacker, right? Now this is before Evans even existed on this team. But again, you got D-Law outside, you got Dorrance with his hand down. Cool. I'm okay with that. Then you got LVE here. We can go with a true defensive end, put LVE where Curse is, and put a true defensive end over here. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the things that we weren't doing or haven't been doing. It's like for some reason they don't want to take Curse off the field almost ever. And that's a little disheartening for me. But I've been watching, like this is all I've been watching the last couple days. It's like football, our old football games, just watching our run fits and how we play. You know what I mean? Even with LV, without him, you know what I mean? Every game that we lost, I was just watching. It's because it was funny that the only teams that beat us are the teams that run the ball well. So when I look at that, when I start thinking about that way, it's like that's almost, alarming. You got to say, okay, listen, it's no way you can't look at that as a issue if those are the only teams that have beat you. Those are the only teams that can beat you. You know what I mean? Here. Now let me go back to this play real quick. Okay. So right now, you got numbers to the strong side, but Micah's over here, right? You got Micah over here, strong side. You got Curse kind of out leveraging him. And then you got LV here, right? But you got numbers to your strong side. So you got 4 over here. There's only 3 backside. Now that's pre-snap. This is why I say something's wrong with the linebacker coach. You're already out leveraged to the weak side. So meaning if they run a counter out here, you only got DA out here who always crashes inside anyway. But you have nobody outside of him other than Wilson that can get up here, and Wilson's 15 yards off the ball. You have nobody back here who can make a play. Well, watch this. Now watch. Boom. That motion there, you moved even further. Our linebackers move even further out of leverage, right? Boom. See that? The ball hasn't been snapped yet. I mean, hasn't been handed off yet. But everybody's on the opposite side of this hash mark, and DA is on his way on the opposite side. So this is why I say, like, the linebacker coach, I don't know what he's teaching or what they're teaching schematically, but if they were running front side, right, you have to trust your guys front side to make this play. Somebody has to have backside contain. DA ain't got it, so that means it should be Clark that's filling this role, right, or someone, but nobody does. Look, boop. They wait for these pulling guards to just spill out, and then instead of trying to beat them, because now, okay, you can see they're pulling, so you know where this is going. You got to accelerate into this, and Clark got to get out here, right? Instead of doing that, y'all wait for these guys. Look, boop, y'all wait for them. Now that washes out Wilson, and it leaves Bland out there by his damn self. Look at that. Boop. I mean, that it was a reverse. Reverses work sometimes, but I'm just thinking about, like, the common sense, the lack of common sense in our concepts sometimes. Like the way, and I'm not talking about Dan Quinn. I'm not saying Dan Quinn doesn't have the common sense. I'm just not understanding what our linebackers are being asked to do. Like they're waiting again. I thought this was just a recent thing because I just now started watching Clark and paying attention to him. I was paying attention to LVE early in the season, but look here, boop. The ball just got handed off. Your linebackers are both 3 steps in the wrong direction and waiting. They're not trying to get back to this gap. Now watch. Ooh, wait. That's too easy. That's very easy. Now Wilson again is pinned inside. Very easy. Now Bland came up and did what he was supposed to do, but I'll take a one-on-one with a corner any day if I'm a running back. Now Micah's off ball. Let's see what happens. Micah's off ball, and what are we in? We're in this. I don't know what this is. This is a big nickel. This is just big nickel with LV standing up outside as a defensive end, taking up space. Let's see. LV setting the edge. Micah just killed somebody. Though. Look at that. Let me watch this again. Micah off ball, cuts him up. See, that's what I say. He uses his feet to get there, and that's why I think he gets held a lot too. Micah gets held a lot because he's not a hands guy. That's why he's taking boxing up in the first place, because he's not a hands guy. He's a footwork guy. He uses his feet. He's a stunter. He uses his feet to get around you, and he could do that a lot better with space, 4 yards off the ball versus right on the line where you can just get your hands on him. Look at that. They can't block him in space. You can't block him in space, and he would probably get those holes because they would have to really reach out there and hold him on those plays, like, and whirl him somewhere. They ain't gonna be able to just grab him. Because Micah also runs right into the chest of his opposition. He's going to do it here. Let's see. See, right there. Boom. That's a good run stop, too. From off ball, once again. I think he had like 3. Oh, damn. Where'd I go? I went too far. I think he had like 3 plays from off ball in this game. There's one. Let's see. Whoop. Good run fit, everyone. What are we in? Big nickel. All right, so here, right? Oh, man, I zoomed in, my bad. But here, we got D-Law spread out wide, right? You got Hankins on D-Law's side. So I already know, like, in this play, this is what I would do. I don't know every play, but when you see this, right? Especially when you see them in this shotgun formation, you know there's only a few options when the running back is opposite side D-Law. That means they're either running a zone, outside zone at D-Law, which is like, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna let you do that. You're running the inside zone at Hankins, which I'm gonna let you do, or you're running a counter to my weak side, right? We do have good numbers weak side this play, but you know before the play starts, LV and Clark should know this action is not going front side. And if it is going front side, I doubt it's going to be successful. We already knew they was coming backside. Why would they be coming backside once again? Because you got Osa over here, you got Micah over here. These guys are not the biggest. Micah's on Williams. Williams ain't worried about Micah in a run fit. And then you got Clark and LV who hesitate. So you damn sure ain't gonna run at D-Law and have a wide receiver trying to block him either. You're not running that way. You're not running that way. You're not running at Hankins. You're gonna try to seal off Hankins and D-Law, and you're gonna try to, gap run this backside. And that's exactly what they do. They get rid of Osa, and look where both our linebackers are. They getting hugged already. Both of them. There is no linebacker play here. That's a lane right to J. Lou, who luckily forces a fumble on that play. He got ran over, and the guy just happened to fumble. But so luckily that happened. It would have been worse earlier. But that's what teams are watching when they watch us in film. That's what they're watching. And they're also watching this kind of stuff where we keep doing our veteran safeties are doing some of the bonehead stuff like this here. Boop. That was a good hit, I think, by Wilson. I think it was done by Kurtz. I think we got called on that. They knocked him out. I think both of them got called, though. I don't think Wilson's call was justified. I think that was a good hit. But Kurtz standing over him and doing the hula dance was kind of crazy. What we got here? So again, I'm doing this for y'all, because I do this, and I try to kind of dictate or guesstimate where a team might be running based off of what you have out there. Because you got Nev here, who's okay stout versus the run. You got Micah out here by himself, sort of. You know what I mean? They got a couple options. They can run an outside zone at Micah because he's by himself, but you might look at that as strength on strength. Maybe he has enough space to get rid of these guys, or they can run like a toss play out here. You know what I mean? I don't think they're doing anything inside, though, and I'm damn sure not doing a counter at D-Law. So let's see what they do. Toss play. Pin D-Law inside. Oh, look at LV. Look at that. Let's see what LV does on this play. Why was he able to get there? See, this is the stuff that he doesn't do enough of when he actually is playing. So this center is going to try to reach block LV, and this time LV, he knows it. Look. Oh, no, he shifted. He shifted right before the play, so it was too far for that center to get to him. And he doesn't wait for it. He just gets downhill. But that's his man. That's who's supposed to block him. And he shifts the right way this time, and he's able to jump that play because he wasn't out of position. But we don't do that consistently. Whether it's LV, Bell, whoever, we don't do it consistently. Let's see what we got. Good stunt here. So y'all get my meaning? This isn't to beat LV up because he's already not playing, but I'm talking about the style of coaching right there. Like, you can't wait for that, and you can't flow away from this. Look at this. You can't wait for this screen right there. You can't wait for it. You see it. He sees it. That's why he's going. You gotta destroy that wedge right now. He waits, and there's nothing happening if you wait. He waits, and then that's it. You know what I mean? You're going to get caught with that. So there's nothing discouraging a team from doing that to us all day. I'm not really worried about it because I think now he's not playing. He's not doing these things because he's not playing. But these are the things that I've been watching in all of the games that we lost, the teams that decide, all the teams, just for those who just joined up. You got the Rams are top 10 in the rushing tag, running game. Bills, top 10. You got the Eagles that are top 10. You got the Dolphins, top 10. Niners, top 10. These are teams that are top 10 versus the run. You got the Cardinals, top 10. And who else? I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. But those are the games we just so happen to have lost. The Lions we haven't played yet, and they're top 10 too. But the games we lost are against only top 10 running teams. Only. We haven't lost any games to a team that can't run the ball effectively or that doesn't want to run the ball consistently. We haven't lost one. All right. LV here, not really reading. You got Chauncey taking up a double team, right? And then you got poor Bell right there in the middle of the field. And watch what happens. Boom. LV's out of there. Chauncey splits his double team, which is amazing because he's undersized anyway doing that. But Chauncey splits his double team and gets a hand on this guy. Bell is done. Chauncey only got a hand on him. And now you got guys at the second and third level all blocked up. This is bad, folks. Boop. And that's a pancake right there on Bell. And your safeties are making those plays 10 yards down the field. And it's not because we don't have the personnel. Again, it's because we're using the wrong personnel. Here we go. Now we're in that 3-4 look again. I like this look again because I like the fact that we have 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. What I don't like about it, though, is the personnel usage because we're still technically in the big nickel. And as you can see, these guys got 2 tight ends out here. So, and then they're in tight with Debo as well. We could use another linebacker on the field at this point. You could put LV here in the middle of the field. You could keep Wilson or Curse out there. You choose, and then give us another defensive end. You know what I mean? That's what should be out there. But we keep trying to we want to cover everything, but we think that this stops the run too, and it really doesn't effectively for a whole game. It doesn't. Did it well there though. I don't have a problem with that. That was a good run, but not great. That was cool. Again, I haven't broken this down yet, so I don't know, what plays are coming up next. This is like kind of like hot potatoes. I like that though. All right, so now we're in 3-4, getting that 3-4 look or 1-5. I mean 5-1-5 because we have LV outside again. I don't like this. I don't like having Clark, Evans, or LV stand up outside when you have defensive ends that you're trying to get on the field. I mean, on the team that can play. Like we have too many guys rotating. You got guys that can play who don't see the field because of stuff like this, right? You don't see defensive ends except for Micah Parsons playing middle linebacker reps. You do see a safety doing it, but I think that's a slap in the face to guys like Dante Fowler, guys like Da, guys like Sam Williams, who even Chauncey, guys who can play the edge very well, who have to come off the field so that we could do stuff like this, right? And they score. No problem with that. No problem with the effort I saw on the play, but I have a problem with the personnel. The personnel is the issue. We have the personnel. If we didn't have the personnel and we were doing this because we needed to, I would say nothing. That's just you being a smart coach and improvising. But we don't need that. You could put LV where he could actually be effective if because of his size in the middle of the field. Have two linebackers behind this line and give us a true 3-4. They're not in a spread look where you need speed or safeties on the field. They're in a power look where you need power on the field. So why do we have Curse and Wilson in the box when we could have LVE in the box with an extra body out here and lose one of these guys? One of them can come off the field. Doesn't make any sense. Because neither one of them, are stout when it comes to pulling guard. They're not going to be. You know what I mean? Those are the things I've been looking at. So when people say like what, like a lot of people keep coming at me about me being negative. I'm not being negative. What I say is because I probably watch too much film, and if I'm watching it, I'm probably saying stuff that is not popular. But I'm not being negative. I'm saying I don't want to be one and done. I know that we can stop the run. That's positive. We can stop the run. We have the personnel to stop the run. We have to use I gotta say it like it's ABC, but we got to use the personnel correctly. Otherwise, we got a problem. All right. Pre-snap. I think you got Fowler out here. You got the middle of the field here. Either way you go, they're not going to run an inside zone. They probably pointing at LVE right now. You got Micah Parsons kind of off ball. And yeah, he's sort of off ball. I think he's like at linebacker right now because he's standing up in the B gap. He's just close to the line of scrimmage or mugging. And let's see what happens. Boop. Yeah, he was playing linebacker. Good spin. Good spin. What's happening here? Why is Clark all the way over there? Let me find out. Let me see. Clark, what are you doing? Is he guarding somebody out the back? Oh, he's watching them motion. Yeah, but you see here, well, we're gonna get the mic in a second. But watch Clark. These are called false steps, folks. Doesn't know what's going on yet. You see that? That's too long to react. He doesn't know what was going on. Micah gets a hand on him. Clark catches him probably a couple seconds late, but not gonna beat him up for that. But you could tell he still is not quite sure. And even here you can see, but this is earlier in the season too. But he still kind of hesitates now. But you could tell he's not quite sure where he wants to be. LV kind of trying to direct him here. Let's see what's happening on this play. And they move everybody over to the left. LV points out the direction of the play. LV knew exactly what was going on there. You see that? He is mental. He knew exactly what was going on. That was good. When LV is decisive, I'm not half as worried about him when he's decisive. This is not indecision. This is not you waiting because what was supposed to happen was this guy here, this I think the guard. Let me see. Who is it? Is it the guard? Yeah, that guard is supposed to reach block LV right there. So he's supposed to get across here and cut LV off. Doesn't get a chance to. And this guard is supposed to cut Clark off. Let's see if Clark gets cut off. The Clark gets cut off, but oh yeah, he got cut off. LV got in there and did what he's supposed to do though. I ain't gonna beat Clark up for that one either because the play was already over. I don't know. Mike in the middle of the field again. Boop. That was a pass play. Ineffective because of J. Lou. All right. Now this is a 3-4 look. Now this is actually what we should be running. This is 3-4, true 3-4. Two middle linebackers. Sam Williams out here. We do this twice a game. And usually they don't do shit against it. I don't know if they get any yards in this, so I don't want to jinx myself. But usually no one gets any yards against this. Not too many when we do it. You got D-Law at 3-4 defensive end with Chauncey at 3-4 defensive end with Hankins in the middle of the field. These three guys can take out this entire offensive line by themselves. Now, of course, Sam is probably going to be double teamed here, and then Micah's probably going to have to deal with this down block from a wide receiver. You should kill him if he tries that shit. But then you should have three free guys on his play, because even though they have numbers up front, we got guys that can soak up double teams and wreak havoc next to each other in the middle of the field. These guys pinching in the middle of the field should free up your linebackers almost every play versus run. Let's see. Am I right? What the fuck? I'm right. Look at this. Excuse my French too. I'm trying to stop cursing for the sponsors. Look at D-Law just instantly upfield, takes his guy into the backfield. Boop. And so does Micah. Is that Micah? Yeah, Micah and D-Law. They take their guys into the backfield, and there's nowhere for him to go. The cutback lane, Sam Williams is there. Chauncey is there getting wrapped up. Boy, wrapping Chauncey up. Clark is about to get himself blocked, and so is LVE. No, LVE is not blocked at all. They just overran the play. But here's the thing that I don't like about them too, right? And I'm going to say this again. Okay. You got to understand, number one, there's no need to overrun this. There's no need to overrun this when you guys up here. Like, if you see that, if you're reading this, you already know the cutback got to be coming. One of y'all got to know that. Y'all both can't both overrun this play and be in this. If your linebackers are in the same spot on any time in the game, something is wrong. They blocking themselves. It don't matter on this one because the front line did so well that it kind of erased their problems. But you guys can see that I'm not like tripping when I say this. I'm not coming at them. Let me see what you guys are saying in here, because I'm still going. AKOYE, many Cowboys fans are so emotional with no reason or facts. That's true. That's why I'm here, man. I'll try to give y'all some reason. He said, no, AKOYE isn't half Asian, bro. Just not wearing his glasses. Hey, man, y'all know I don't like to wear my glasses. I don't know. I'm stubborn. I don't drive with my glasses, just so y'all know. I don't drive or go outside with them. So I forget them a lot because I don't like contacts and I don't need them for anything other than looking at your chat. So this the only thing that I use it for is y'all. That's it. I don't wear glasses other than that, unless I'm trying to be cool or something. I've got my Rick Ross Jones on or something. You know what I mean? AKOYE, off topic, but did you catch Amari Cooper at all in his last game? Amari Cooper was killing it, man. Him and Flacco. Shit. He said, isn't that 4-3 over? Yes, 4-3 over, but 4-3 over is 3-4 as well. Just got one guy with his hand down. It's no different. 4-3 over is 3-4. Like, when you think about it, it's just one guy has his hand down. If it's Micah with his hand down, I still count that as 3-4 because he's not a defensive end. He's an outside linebacker when he's playing there. So you are right, Black Yoda. You know your formations, but still, you call it 3-4. What's the difference in the personnel is nothing. Only just where the guy's standing. Here is not 4-3 over, not in this play. But I know what plays you're talking about. It's 4-3 over. This is a 5-1-5 that you're looking at right now. So you got five guys on the line, one linebacker in the middle, and then the rest of it's five DBs out here. So it's still that big nickel, but they run a 5-1-5 big nickel. So, but the 4-3 over that you were talking about is when we take LV, put him on the outside with one linebacker in the middle of the field, with Micah over here with his hand down. That is technically 4-3 over, but the only difference in that and the 3-4 would be if he just takes his hand and takes it off the goddamn ground. That's all. Brother L, what's up, bro? Man, I'm down Dallas, man. Brother L walk up to me. I'm talking to him. I think he asked me. I was loaded. I was drinking since I blame Jay Tuck for that, but I was drinking since like 12 o'clock or something like that. So I was gone by the time the game came on. I was gone. I was having fun watching the game. I remember everything though. But he's like, hey man, where you get that jacket from? I'm like, man, these pink lips. I'm talking to him about the designer and all that. And then something clicked like on the show afterward. He said something about that day. I said, damn, that was brother L. I was like, that was you? He's like, yeah. I said, damn, bro, I ain't even know that was you, bro. I ain't even know. I remembered now, but I ain't know. He should have said something. I was like, the drinks would have been on me, man. Damn, we had some fun though. All right, let me see what else y'all saying, because y'all going there. When Jerry went after the commissioner's job, that's probably where the refs is coming from, though. You're right. When Jerry went after the commissioner's job, you know damn well it was going to be a price to be paid for even attempting to get Roger out of there. Yeah, yeah, they probably told him, say, look, man, if somebody ain't dying, don't call shit. Saw the Ravens last night. Our D line never tackles running backs. Yes, they do. That's not true. Our D line is what tackles the running backs. Our linebackers never tackle running backs. That's what you're talking about. Our D line definitely uh, tackle running backs. We need smarter linebackers. I want Evans to get Clark snaps, and so do I. But nobody else is listening to me. Hopefully, that's what we see. Because if we go into the playoffs with this stubborn football, we're gonna have a problem. I wonder if Dan Quinn even watches film. Dan, that's funny. That's crazy. All right. I'm going back in. I'm going to come back out to the chat in a second, folks. Let me hide the comments real quick though, because I want to get back to this. Okay, so we in that 5-1-5 look. Micah Parsons in the middle of the field. I don't mind the 5-1-5 on in a passing down or when they come out light with one in the slot because we do need that extra nickel on the field. Maybe unless you're using two safeties that are dynamic, that are like Wanye and Hooker, because Wanye can come down if you're running a true 3-4. Wanye can come down and actually guard that slot himself on certain plays. I wouldn't do it every play, but he can do it. So you can still run a traditional 3-4. We have a great a gift and a curse. We have great depth and we have a bunch of multi-positional players that can play everywhere. So because of that, you got guys that, you got formations that you can run that other teams probably can't run. And we are really a multi defense. We can run anything. We haven't run the same defense in any year since Mike has been here. They've been different every year. All right, let's see what this 5-1-5 does versus the run. Micah over there. Look at that. Come on, man. Come on. Now let's watch this again. Let's see what's happening. All right. So instantly, you already know this tackle is supposed to peel off and seal Micah. Sam Williams is doing a good job getting upfield. He got upfield 1 yard and just starts breaking down and looking for the ball. That's what he's supposed to do with his left his upfield shoulder, his outside shoulder free. Good. Taking on contact with his he just like alley oop, buddy. You know what I mean? But Micah beats the tackle to the spot and makes the damn play. Him and Sam Williams. That's what we want to see from somebody at linebacker. For him to do it so easily from here, but never want to do it, and we never do this. I can't say that Dan Quinn isn't watching the film. It has to be more than Dan Quinn. I think because at the end of the day, if we call him Micah Parsons a leader on this defense, and you're a leader and you know that you can do these things to stop teams flat, because these games could have been won had he been playing in the middle more. Certain games he should be in the middle, certain games he should be on the edge. If you're playing a passing team, you want to line them up on the edge, or you coming out with a light concept because you know they're not going to run. I'm okay with that. But when you know you're playing a physical running team and you put Micah Parsons on the edge and he allows himself to stay on the edge, that's not just the coach, that's him too. Because you're a leader. You can say to Dan Quinn or anybody if you wanted to, put me in that middle linebacker, coach. He could say it if he wanted to. I'm pretty sure they would do it. So I don't think he wants to be there either. I don't think he wants to be in middle. But when you watch how easy he does this is like he does this like in his sleep. He never took a half step at all until he got to the spot. Other than that, he was sprinting whole time. He know what's going on. All right, so you got everybody shifted pre-snap to the weak side or to the strong side now, front side, and now they're countering that and running backside. But with guys like Hankins, look what Hankins gonna push. He's gonna push you into the spot. Watch what Hankins does. This is why we missing him. All right. Mozzie gets pushed out inside. Hankins gets rid of his guy. And look, now he's not in position to make this tackle. And Bell is being blocked. He gonna push the guy blocking Bell and Bell into the ball. Like all y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Hank is crazy, man. Hank is crazy with it. All right. This is that you call it 4-3 over, but this is that, and the reason I call it a 3-4 look or 5-1-5 is because you only got one linebacker in the middle of the field. But I look at Wilson as playing a linebacker role here, right? Boom. So it's still technically 3-4 with a small linebacker. Boom. Here we go. Mike on the backside was okay, but what happened up front? Osa. And now look at this here. Now, front side, if you're Clark, you should be salivating. Because front side, LV has position. Hankins is over there, DA is over there, Wilson is free. You know this is coming back to you. 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 Where are you? See what I'm saying? He never made a play. He never got out of his stance. He never got anywhere. Look at this. Front side, you got to read this though. He should be gone already. There's nowhere for him to go front side. So go. Look at this. You still wait. Why would you even run to the front side? Because you have people there, right? Maybe he was thinking that this guy was going to hit this gap. But even if you thought that, you should have been there already. Because you could have been in this gap already interfering with this guy, hitting him so that Micah could clean him up before he even gets a yard. But you wait, you back there where you started. Look where his feet are, where he starts on this play. So he's on the 47, the 40, what's that? The 47-yard line, 48-yard line. He's on the 48. He's on the 48. He's on the 47. He's on the 47. He's on the 48. He's on the 48. Ends up on the 50. He never took a step forward, ever. Never. It's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. And I don't be saying this about the players. I haven't said this all year. I watched this game. I didn't put out the footage on this film early in the season because I knew he was young, and I'm like, I'm gonna give these guys time before I start saying things publicly that could hurt feelings. But I'm done with the feelings part of it. Like, no, this is the stuff that I have y'all coming at Dak, or coming at the coaches, or coming at. I'm gonna come at the coaches for that though. But this is the stuff that when you home, in January, you're mad about. But these are things that can be corrected because they're on film. All right, this is the 5-1-5 again. Okay. All right. So now before the play, y'all ain't slow. Before the play starts, this is strong side. So strong side, you got Wilson right behind LV. You got DA, and then you got Hankins, and you got Clark all over here. Now, either they're being coached wrong, or this is just, I don't know. I think it's just bad alignment. Period. But you already know, even if you are going to align this way, you already know where the action going. I would doubt if it goes front side, I'm gonna be salty. I don't think so. Exactly. They were there though, so that's cool. They stopped the play. Oh, you got yourself some smoke. I'm gonna give you some of that because you finally did something to somebody. Watch Clark on this play. Clark gonna take this guy. Let me see. Did he do it himself? Oh, he trips him. But yeah, still got him down. Better than you being on your back. All right, so yeah, they ran in the middle, but they were able to rally to that. But you know which way they're going prior to the play starting. Good play by LV here. When LV was decisive, even though he's not he's not gonna come and crack you. I don't like that though. Like you didn't need to use your hands there. He stops, he pushes the guy. Let me see. Yeah, he stops and pushes the tight. Oh, he hurt Kittle. Kittle hurt his foot and stopped because he got stepped on. But yeah, I don't like the stop in there. Like go through there if you're LV, get through there. Clark never does any. He never finds the ball. He never found anything. Like watch this. Just watch Clark again. Jump, 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 jump. No attempt, no attempt, no attempt, no attempt. Finds the ball late. He never finds the ball. Let's see what's this play. Boom. Look at LVE. Who that? Debo? Oh yeah, I'm about to say he had a hard time bringing that guy down. Let's see what we did here. LV did an okay job there. Didn't gain any ground, but did okay. I ain't mad at him. That 5-1-5 again. So that's why you were saying that our D line don't tackle. I'm like, bro, that's definitely not true. Look at this. This is D line right here. That's Hankins right there, just using his back to get there. Because if he doesn't do that, the gap is there. Like if he lets himself get blocked here, just watch. Clark is out of position. Okay, he runs right into the block and stays blocked. And now you want to like you want to like shoulder truck the guy. Like, come on, bro, don't run into him. Get away from him. Use your hands. Big nickel. The middle of the field is nothing. Like, look at this. This is good. This is good work from Osa and Hankins. We need Hankins back, man. ASAP. Watch this. Hankins gonna collapse the middle of the field, and Osa gonna do the same. Right now, that's 3 linemen that are blocked out. Now, what I don't like about this look, DA's doing a good job here. I don't like Micah setting no edge or playing contain. Like, I don't like him being here. I don't like him here. Let me see what happens with Bell and LV. Bell and LV knocked up out of there. Yeah, knocked up out of there. But the defensive line did his job. But if they didn't, if they didn't, look at here. Whoop, Bell and LV are done. It's just that right now, DA and Hankins are in good position to do their thing, but Bell and LV are both done. They're done. LV don't even know where the ball at. He tried to get through going forward. Why are you fighting forward when the ball is your side? Look, he don't know. Look. Right now, he don't know where the ball at. Bell just got cracked, but LV is trying to fight to get past Trent Williams. Watch it. He's still trying to get by him. He think that the ball is over there. He don't know where it's at. Craziness, man. 5-1-5 again. Did they stop him this time? Who knows? Oh, that was the play LV got hurt on. All right, let's see what happens here. Micah gets chop blocked. Chauncey gets sealed inside. Hankins kind of steps on him. Right. So Micah gets chopped. And then LV tries to dip under Trent Williams, and Trent Williams is going to take him, run him right into Micah. Freak accident. Touchdown. Hold on, but let's see. Where was Clark? I gotta find you, Clark, because you the other linebacker, bro. When you see Fred Warner get blocked, Greenlaw is coming. When you see Rokon Smith get blocked, Patrick Queen is coming. Where you at, brother? Let's see where you at. Where are you? Blocked, 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 blocked. He's free. Stay blocked for like a whole 3 seconds, bro. Come on, bro. See what we got going on here. Sorry about that, people. Hit the mic. So your D-line caves in everything front side. Bell and look at this. This is again. So watch Bell, watch our linebacker play because we have only one weakness on this defense, and that's our linebacker position. I think our secondary is great. I think our front line is great. Look at our linebackers. Both of them waited for contact, and both of them are out of this play. It's just that Wilson comes in and makes a hell of a play. But look at our linebackers. They have no shot at making this play. You're not going to win in December or in January like that. You're not going to win. That's too easy, and it's on film. So you took took yourself out of the play before the play started to chase what? So the jet motion. Let's see, jet motion. The tight end. What are we chasing him for? So you take a step. Now you and Bell are in the same gap before the play starts. That's easy peasy. Oh, look at who that Curse. Look at Curse earning his guaranteed paycheck. Look at that. But linebacker play, see, still the linebackers ain't in position to do jack shit. Curse did a good job, though. Good job, Curse. I said you need to sit down, too. Not every play, though, but, you shouldn't be a linebacker. That was better from Bell. Bell, like I said, Bell will attack it. If you can keep him free, Bell will go after it. So I like what Bell does here, even though he doesn't make this play. Let's watch what Clark is doing. I don't know. Let me see. Clark's waiting. Nothing, man. Like that is frustrating. He never gets out of his stance. You can't. How do you even start a whole year doing that? How? Look, you flowing away from the gap. Like never gets out of his stance. He's still straddling right here, right? Boom. Look, and taking yourself away from the play. They cutting off of you. And now you want to take the guy and drive him into the backfield after the play. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. What are you doing? Come on, man. Get out of here. Do that during the fucking play. What are you doing? We already on a B team now. B team don't matter. The same concept though. B team. Let me see. Yeah, man. All right. Now we can remove that one. We put this let me say something to some more y'all that's in here, man. But y'all see what my frustration been the last couple of days. That's why I jumped on it. But I'm working on a piece, and that piece is basically looking at our run fits and our run personnel and the style of defense we run when we're playing running teams and why it doesn't work. And seeing if we can switch that up in the playoffs, which I know, well, it's not a matter of can we, because we definitely can, because we, like I said, you can see when we actually come out with that personnel, we have the personnel to do it. We don't consistently do it. That's the biggest issue. It's not that we don't have the people, or the personnel to get it done. We do. We just don't consistently do it. Let's see what you guys are talking about. You blow it up. I think we just need to use the guys that are capable of controlling the run. Facts. Don't drive with them, bro. Yeah. We need to take both Clark and Curse off of heavy rotation. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of it. Curse is big for nothing, and Clark continues to be embarrassed. Put Evans and Thomas out there, man. Out there more. I think Curse. Let me say this about Curse. I don't think Curse is actually playing that bad. I think Curse is playing too much for everything. We're trying to use Curse for things that he's not the better guy at. He's not playing bad. He's playing out of position sometimes. That's what it is. It's not Curse is playing bad, because I've seen Curse make some plays for us this year that were good plays. It's the problem that you have Curse as single high, or you have Curse in the box only when you got Wilson that can play the box, or you got Bell who can play Curse's position, or you got Wanye that can play Curse's position. But instead of saying, hey, Curse, we're going to rotate you out of that position sometimes, you're going to get off the field sometimes, so we can put Wanye on the field and keep a linebacker on the field. We keep Curse on the field like he can't be taken off the field. And that's the problem. It's not that Curse is playing bad. They treat Curse like he can't be removed ever. Like, I don't know. He got tape on Jerry and his kids or something, because it's like they don't never move Curse at all. Micah and Evans in the middle. We got 2 first-round linebackers. Yep, and we rather play a 5th and a undrafted free agent. Yep, make that make sense. We gotta stop shooting ourselves with our guys. BS. Not trying to see 30. Yeah, not trying to see year 30. I mean, Cheyenne Maxwell. He said Jerry screwed the Cooper situation. He did. He said, I had Amari Cooper in fantasy this week. You're a smart man, because you knew they was going after him. Said, when you put 90, 97, 95, and 56 linebacker at 11 and 33 on the field at the same time, you balling. Well, minus 33. I don't think 33 that guy, man. Hell said, all good, my G. Your facts. We are a 3-14. We draft 3-4 players and ask them to play 4-3 type schemes. Yep. Chauncey was a 3-4 edge. Who that? I don't know. Say people making noise outside my studio. Don't get shot. But yeah, Chauncey was a 3-4 edge guy in Iowa. and then he could play defensive end, 3-4 defensive end too. So that's his position. You got D Law, who loves the B gap. He could play outside linebacker, or he could put his hand down in the B gap and play four tech, which is great. You got flex there. You got Osa, who's really a four tech that plays three tech. If Osa and D Law played four tech, and they had a nose tackle in between them, you're not running on that three. That's your starting line right there. And then even your rotations, you would actually get more of our front seven on the field in the 3-4 without Kurt. That's why I say Kurt shouldn't be on the field. And let me explain. Just you're gonna have to let me give you a visual, because that way you don't have to kind of like guess what I'm talking about. Let me give you a visual. Okay, let's look here. Let me give you a visual. Let me see what's up before the play start. Okay, so you see right here, this is sort of like the 3-4 starting line right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So if you had just minus the linebackers being all spread out, but if you have these three guys down in the middle of the field with Micah, who could rotate anywhere. Micah could play outside linebacker, middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Right. He also can play four tech if on passing downs if you wanted him in there for pass rush and you wanted to get get one of these guys a spell, get Micah on the field and put a Fowler or somebody else out there. But listen, if you had Micah Parsons out here, Fowler out here, or DA or any of those guys, right? You're starting. Let's just go with the starting three linemen. Your starting three linemen are these guys, right? So Osa, Hankins, and D Law. Behind them should be Chauncey, Mozzie, Nev. That's your starting six right there at 3-4, right? Linebacker wise, you can rotate. Micah can move to the middle. He can move anywhere out here he wants. Anywhere. You can, and I would give him carte blanche to do that. Like, if you want to say he gets to decide where he wants to be, you could decide there. You could decide where in the 3-4 you want to line up. You don't got to line up outside. You can line up middle, outside, anywhere you want. And based off of where you are, we rotate a guy in or out. That should be your rotation. These guys, these three shouldn't come out unless they're doing series for series or they get tired. All right. But here's the other flex. D Law, if someone's tired here and you want to run front, you could put Chauncey here. D Law stand up outside of Chauncey, keep Osa here, and you can have Sam Williams or DA outside of that, right? And still put Micah in the middle with Evans or Micah in the middle with anybody you want. Then you would get more people on the field. But Fowler and Williams and DA, those are three guys, 2 second-round guys and 1 first-round guy that won't get on the field because we use the wrong formations all the time. And we're trying to keep linebackers who can't even play on the field and safeties who are out of position on the field. That's why I was saying something about Curse. It's not that Curse is playing bad. It's like him having to stay on the field and us wanting to stay in the big nickel to keep him effective is what's making it so that we don't go into these other formations. We're not playing zone either. So because we don't want to play zone, the reason I say Curse comes off the field is because if you don't want to play zone, you want to play single high man, and that's why you're coming out in these big nickel schemes. If you take Curse off the field and you give us a Wanye can come down and play that nickel every once in a while and keep you in a 3-4 look, but you still playing nickel, and he can still man up against the slot if you want him to, and you still got that single high safety. Now you still are playing man under, with cover one. You can still do that, and not have to worry about getting gashed versus the run when you do. You know what I mean? So that's what I was talking about. But yeah, that's why I say Curse. But I don't want to start the talk like Curse is trash. I've seen Curse make some plays this year. We're just ignoring them because they're usually plays versus the run. But we don't need them versus the run. You know what I mean? Man. They said Mozzie trying to catch up to technique. He'll get there. Yeah, Mozzie. I don't have a problem with the year Mozzie put up. I think Mozzie, when he has a whole off season, Mozzie's gonna be fine. Mozzie looks 290. Yeah, he was 330 at the beginning of the season. Someone needs to answer for that. He's too light to anchor and too slow off the ball to pass rush. We are killing ourselves again. Damn, I miss Bo. Oh yeah, Bohanna. Yeah, Big Bo was a beast. Mozzie, I don't think he's 290 though. I think he still is a big boy. He's just not fat. He muscle. But Yeah, I don't know. He still is slow off the ball, though. I'll tell you that. He said, "Man, come on, man. Jalen did not look like 33, Troy. No, Jalen did not look like that. Jalen actually would get after it every once in a while. Mozzie needs to put that weight back on, muscle weight. It will be, or it'll be a wrap. Yeah, he need to put some weight on. You facts. But Mozzie been playing all right. I don't have a problem with Mozzie. I'm not killing Mozzie. Mozzie been playing okay. I've been seeing some reps out of Mozzie. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Mozzie. I don't know why everybody coming at Mozzie, and Mozzie is not the reason we get run on. So y'all tripping with that. I've seen some reps from Mozzie. That's fine with me. But hey, if Mozzie's the guy that y'all want to go after him. But our front line is not the problem. Mozzie is fine backing up Hankins at nose tackle. I don't think he should be a guy. Or you could put him next to him, in 3-4 if you want. But yeah, he's fine there. And he's young, he's learning. But I'll give him that. I'm not giving these guys. Oh, I'll put this out here because Parsons in coverage. Let me show you against Titan. But I'll give Mozzie that. I ain't mad at him. Go on, man. How far back I gotta go? And Micah's in coverage over there. Boom. They dropped the ball though, but still he can do those types of things. I think this is him doing it again from a different angle. Oh no, he just crashes inside and gets blown off the ball. Now, Bell in this game, Bell did okay. Why? Because nobody was blocking him. Like if you don't block Bell, Bell is okay. Right here. Watch this. See that? Bell here. Boom. Nobody touches him. He gets in there, makes a play. The defensive line is keeping them fresh, keeping bodies off of them. Micah gets washed out. So look here. Now that's perfect timing. Watch this. Y'all talk about Mozzie. This is what Mozzie's job is, not making tackles. Look at this. Or sacks. Look at this. Look at the double team. All right. You see that? The reason Bell is not getting touched is because of Mozzie. His blocker got thrown out of position because of trying to block Mozzie. So that's what his job is. I don't have a problem with when I see that. Hankins just does it way better. But I don't have a problem. As long as you soaking up double teams, I can't come at you. You see there? Now, Hankins here does his job, right? He's flowing. But Hankins is like 400 pounds almost. Look at Bell and look at Clark. At least Clark is actually decisive here, but decisive towards what? You don't even see it. I know you don't see it. And then you got Micah, who's our best pursuit guy. What's he doing? He's just playing contain. He's nowhere near to play. Boom. And the other thing about Micah is effort, right? Micah, we can't just say because he's playing contain, he can't make this play because we've watched D-Law make these plays on the backside all the time. Micah doesn't do that, though. He's nowhere near to play. But let's watch Bell. We already watched what Clark is doing. Let's watch Bell. Boom. He can't defeat that block. And now that's a straight up touchdown. Can't defeat that block. Boom. So that's what's going to happen. That's what you think teams are watching this in the playoffs and saying, what? What do you think they're saying? Let's not run the ball because they stop it so well. Let's hope that they don't. Let's hope that we don't have to run. You know what I mean? Look at this. Waiting. You waited. Both of these guys waited. You can't. I don't know why they're coaching this. I don't know what they're keying on. But look, ball is snapped. They're waiting. Waiting. What are you looking at? Where are you going? You got to make a decision. They wait for contact and then part like the Red Sea. Look, all that space and opportunity. Neither one of your linebackers are effective in these plays. And one of them ends up all the way in left field somewhere. Now, why? Bell is too small to get through this block. But Clark is not. But look at where Clark ends up. Where are you? What are you looking at? You're not read. There's no way you could tell me you read anything and decided to go that. You actually was going the right way when you started. You went the wrong way and then went around the block and took yourself way out of the play. There's no way you could tell me that's what if he's being taught to do that, something's wrong with the linebacker coach. But the problem I have is this is his rookie year, but you've been around the team for 2 years. So there's no progress. You're not learning. And that's the only position I see that at. LVE, Jalen, ever since Eberflush left this team, the linebacker core has always been in shambles. And then we got a glimpse of Micah Parsons, and then he became a defensive end, or he wants to be. I put this in there because this was just blatant. I don't do the complaining about the holds, but look at Micah right now. He getting held by two people. They both held him. They both held him. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. But he gets held though because of this. So let me show you why he gets held all the time. Because it's kind of his fault too. He uses his feet to get there. He don't use his hands. Look right there. You already you don't extend. He ain't extending his hand. He running into them and trying to swipe once he gets there, but they grab because he's there. Like he brings his body right into the men. Pause. But he brings himself to him, and they able to get a hand on him because of him. See, he does that. Now they do hold him after that, but he doesn't have to be held. He doesn't have to be held. He gotta use his hands better. All right, so look how easy this is. Watch the center and watch Clark. Watch how easy it is to cut him off. Stops and just waits. That's easy. That's easy. Now here's a tell. Even if you're a not smart player, right? This is just a common sense thing that a coach can tell a player. And this is why I said the linebacker coach is an idiot. Look here. Okay, if you don't know where the play is going, because you're trying to read, obviously you're trying to read where this play is going, right? I can guarantee you this. If a center is reach blocking on a 45-degree angle to your left, he ain't doing it because the play is going to your right, because you're free to your right. If he ain't trying to reach block you to your right, he's reach blocking you to your left. That means the ball is going to your left, and you should get across his face. That's it. That's very easy. If you do that 10 times out of 10, 10 times every time you see it, you probably gonna make 7 plays out of that, or you're gonna be in position 7 times out of 10, right? If you wait on the opposite side of this center and let him get to that angle, there is no way you're beating that, because you don't have to know where the ball is going, but you don't have to read this anymore because the center already showed you where the ball is going. And if you're Bell, the tight end is already showing you where it's going, because everybody is cutting towards the left. These linemen are cutting to the left, and they're cutting to the left because they're trying to go left and cut you off so that you're sealed inside. So automatically, this is what Micah usually sees, and he just runs across it because he knows if you're cutting to my left, you ain't doing it because you trying to stop me from getting to my right. Automatically, because there's nobody to your right. So why are you still over there? Why wait there? There's no need to wait there. You way out of the play. Both Bell and let's see what Sam Williams does. Sam Williams just takes himself right into the blocker and gets hugged though. But you take yourself right into it, no outside shoulder. Okay. So your defensive end screws up, but he should have a linebacker right with him. That linebacker is running right to a tight end that's already waiting for him. And your Will linebacker, who's supposed to be flowing with you, is way back where he started. He never got anywhere. He way back where he started. And now your secondary is running and making that. Your secondary and let y'all leave Mozzie alone. Look, y'all secondary and Mozzie chasing this down. Look at that. Come on, leave Mozzie alone. Look at Big Mozzie, man. What you talking about? Look at that. Look at Mozzie. Look at him. Why he always down there? Why your linebackers ain't down there? What are we talking about? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Effort. That's all I need to see. So right now, right? Okay, you see the pool, right? You know, if Mozzie just cut off to his left, Hankins cut off to his left. You got to read this like a running back. If Mozzie cut off to his left, Hankins cut off to his left, and again, look. What did the center do? He's coming in on that angle. Why? Because he's trying to cut Bell off so Bell can get what? To the right. But as far as Clark is concerned, Clark got to see this. Clark can go. He could blow this up because you already know that they're pulling. Now, if they're pulling, you got to beat this guy to the spot. If you don't beat him to the spot, you wait. What are you doing? No, man. No. Look at this. Look. Stop. Why? Why would you stop? Why? That's bad. This is horrible. It's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. It's horrible linebacker play. Both linebackers didn't get nowhere on that play. Let's see. Let's see this here. Let's watch Bell and Oh, that was the wrong play. Still wrong play. Where am I? Yeah, it's this play. Yeah, we're watching Bell and Clark. So I already took false steps in the wrong direction, but for what? Why are you guys even taking those steps? What are you reading? I'm not saying it like you're dumb. I'm saying like really, what could they possibly be reading that will force them to take a step over to their left? What? You watch this guard, you watch the tackle. I mean, the tackle's pulling back to his right. Okay. I mean back to your right. All right. You got Mozzie and Hankins are shaded to their left. You got the center that is peeling out. He's peeling out. So Bell has to see this. Now, Bell is the only one I can say maybe you're staying here because you're thinking outside zone, right? And this is your gap. So technically you're right because this is your gap, but you still have to read this post snap and say, okay, this is my gap right in front of me. If if they run a outside zone or inside zone to my side, I do have responsibility over here. Okay, he does. But post snap, once that center takes a step to your right to cut you off going right, he's telling you where this play is going. So there's pre-snap reads, which is this is your gap. There's a post-snap read, which is, hey, that center step outside me to his right. I know it's going right. Hey, Clark, you see a guy pulling out. He's pulling to your gap. You got to get to this gap and break down before he gets there. And then Micah, he ain't off the hook. You need to stay. If you're gonna be a defensive end, you need to be a fuck outside. Why are you in here? That ain't even your gap. Your gap is outside, brother. Here, look. You need to widen out. He tried to step inside, or you pass rushing. You stunting on the run play, and you stunting yourself right out of position because that ain't your gap. You stay outside, then this would be Bell's fault. But Bell will still get blocked. If Micah was outside, Bell would get blocked, and this would go straight up the field. He probably would still get the yardage. But Micah goes inside, and Sam Williams chased that down. Like that's horrible. That's horrible play right there. Horrible. Leave Curse. That's why I said Curse does some things. He does some things. Cause look at here. All right, let's see what's happening here. All right, we not in that 3-4 look. We in a big nickel, right? Now, obviously, this looked like, and they ran exactly what you would think. This looked like you will want to run an outside zone to Micah's side because you don't want to run an inside zone to Hankins. You don't want to run a counter towards D Law. So let's see what happens. D Law gets upfield, squeezes that gap. You got Clark and Bell. They just gonna get washed out up here. They just standing. Look, Bell never moves. Look at that. He never moved. He never moves. It's like he just there. Oh, that's just not Bell. Clark never moves. Bell gets pushed out of position, but he moves a little bit. But yeah, like Clark is where he started. Watch where Clark is. Boom. Look at this. He never finds the ball. Once again, what are y'all reading? I want to know what they. That's why I keep saying they coach because I want to know what their keys are. When I say what are you reading, like what are your keys on this play? Because your key should be that pulling tackle or that tight end that's pulling right, and then where you see that the release, the slide of the offensive line, they're sliding to your right. Why would you go left? You're giving them the angle. That's the angle they want. They're going that way to get that angle. And both of y'all, this is why I say it's coaching, but both of y'all give them the angle. The ball wasn't even snapped yet. I mean, ball wasn't even handed off yet. Look at this. Both of y'all. Look, boop. Where you going? Why would you go that way? They gave them the angle. Craziness. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. They don't know what they're doing right there. Look. Now here, Clark, you're in good position on this one. A little more decisive. Let's see. All right. Now, obviously, before the play even starts, they ain't running a counter into the numbers. So this is what I'm saying. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because this is the common sense you should have as a linebacker. There's when a lot these shotgun formations, they're good and bad. They're good in a certain way because there's zone schemes, right? But the reason you can kind of deduce what a running back is probably going to do prior to the play, before the play starts, is because one, you got numbers this side, right? So you know they're not going to run a counter here. If they wanted to run an inside zone towards Hankins and Osa, that's okay with me. So you know the only place they could possibly be going based on the way they're lined up is the outside zone towards Micah. So you should already be like, when they're communicating, this is what you should be already talking about. You putting yourself in position to force them to run the outside zone. If they run inside zone, they're dumbasses. If they run a counter, they run it into numbers. They're dumbasses. So you know it's outside zone. And there it goes. And Clark seems to have known. Let's watch what Bell did. Why did you get cut off? Look, easy as shit to reach block you because you're waiting. There is no counter coming back to you. And if it was, you got all these guys over here. I hope you do counter that way, sir. You need to get across his face. Bell needs to be across this already. It's too slow. But Clark gets down here. And what you break down for, bruh? What you break down for? Left Micah out to dry by itself. And then you're going to put your hand up like you stopped some shit. You ain't do shit. This is bad linebacker play. Nobody could tell me different. Like, I don't care if you're young. That's horrible. That's horrible. And I like Clark when he was coming out of college. So that's why I say it's the coaching. I'm not blaming him. It's coaching because he didn't play like this at LSU. He was a missile. He did hurt his neck, but he was a missile at LSU. He did not do all this pussyfoot. What are we in? So we're in that 3-4. We're in the 3-4 look right now. This is 3-4 right here. Pretty much. You got Mozzie at nose. You got Hankins outside of him. You got Chauncey outside of Mozzie, right? Obviously, they ain't running it. You know, front side. You know they're not running to the to your right. You know they're not running over there with D-Law, Mozzie, and Hankins over there, and Chauncey. Like, you know they're not. You know they're gonna start off going to the left. And Clark knows this. He cheats over there. He gets over there, right? Boom. Mozzie gets thrown down, leaving a gap. Bell gets taken out of there. Mozzie got to hold his ground on that play. What are you doing, bro? Let me see what Mozzie was doing. Come on, Mozzie. What the fuck? You making me look bad, young boy. I'm just not taking up for you. What you doing? Yeah, he tried to get up. He tried to have that get off y'all want him to have. He got his ass tossed. But it is Kelsey. I ain't mad at him on that one. All right, let's see. We're in that this is another 3-4 look. Or anyway, yeah, it's 3-4. Because you got Hankins at nose tackle, Mozzie at four tech. You got Chauncey at four tech, Micah wide, and D-Law. And then you got Clark standing over here for some reason. That was okay. The 3-4 looks, we actually stopped shit. That was okay. That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Let me go do it again. Yeah, if this was going front side, like if they were going outside zone here, they're not getting anywhere. It's like, look right now, right? You got Chauncey, you got Hankins taking on 2, Mozzie 1, D-Law got his guy, and Bell is free as a bird. And so is Curse. Everybody occupied. Nobody's getting to the second level to get to nobody. Bell ain't have nothing to really deal with. What are we in? 5-1-5. 5-1-5 with who is scared to run an inside zone here? So now you got Nev here, you got Osa here. I would run an inside zone right at Curse because Curse is not a middle linebacker. Why the hell do they have that out there? I don't know. But let's see what they ran. I don't know what this is. Oh, what happened, y'all? Inside zone. Wonder why. I swear to God, I did not memorize these plays. I don't know what play is coming, but I promise you, it's common sense. You got the spacing here. You welcome him to do that. Like, and I could see if I was gonna like stunt into this gap or something, a run stunt into the gap because you giving them the lane so you can go do that or something. But you're not. You're playing head up, and there you go. Look, Curse gets peeled off. Look, now he's cutting you off. There's a lane before the ball is even handed off. That's the lane right there. Bell, where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you out there? Where are you going? Clark, go get it. Nope. That's bad alignments and bad play. What are we in? Big nickel. This is what we played when Micah first got here. This was like that 4-4 defense that we used to play. So we played it sometime. We had Curse one side, Wilson the other side, single high safety, and then 2 corners out there, right? So cool, right? Okay. But this is like our cover 3. Look, we play cover 3 out of it, so we don't really play a lot of man out of this. Let's see what's happening. All right, before the play starts, right? They're crazy if they do it. I don't think they're going to counter back at D-Law because I would never counter back at D-Law, even though Lane Johnson probably think he can handle him. And inside zone towards Hankins and Nev, not likely. They are pulling though back towards this gap, so it looks like a counter developing. But you got Micah out here by himself, so yeah, they leaving Micah alone. It probably is a counter. It is. It's a counter. They didn't get anywhere either because that's not the way you want to go. But see, when you force them to run at your strength, there was a guy named Pernell McPhee, right, that played for he played for the Chicago Bears outside linebacker. He was almost 300 pounds outside linebacker, right? He plays a lot like D-Law. They would tilt everything away from him, right? So just imagine these guys, right? On any given play, they're just taking this was their scheme. The Bears and Baltimore did this with him too. And I think he played for Washington too, but he played for Baltimore for a while. But they would tilt their whole defense. The numbers would be away from him because they're daring you. They say, this guy over here will wreak so much havoc over there by himself. We dare you to run at him. And if you don't run at him, you're going to run at all of us. So you could choose how you want to do this. We're going to give him one guy inside to help him or one guy outside to help him. Everything else is going to be tilted away from him. And we're going to either make you run to the numbers or you're going to run at the strength of our defense and win the run game. And that's how they used to stop the run. And he was one of the best. You can look up Pernell McPhee, one of the top rated run stopping outside linebacker defensive ends probably ever. He probably one of the top ever. D-Law's up there with him though. D-Law's faster, more explosive, a little smaller, and will chase stuff down too. But he up there. Last 2-3 years, D-Law's been showing me that type of play. But yeah, that's why I was saying like it's dumb as hell to run a counter at D-Law and Hankins. So that's why I didn't go nowhere. They ran it at our strength. D-Law and Hankins did exactly what D-Law and Hankins do. Run that shit over here if you want to. But that's what you should be You should be forcing them to do it because you should be putting numbers opposite them. So if you got these guys over here, you cheat. You cheat over into these gaps. So he's like, it's daring you. You're not going to run the outside zone over here. We got numbers over here. And we want you to run the counter back towards them. So we're going to force you to do it. What we'll do, we'll shift opposite. We'll shift towards these guys like they ain't who they are. And then leave our weak side out to dry and then be mad at Osa or mad at Micah for not stopping it. Like, who ain't going to run at those guys? They smaller. You're going to get a body on them, you're going to do it. Let's see what else we got. See, like here, you got Hankins and you got Hankins and Mozzie. I mean, Hankins and Lawrence on the same side, right? If they run this outside zone, let them. But they actually are shifted correctly because you got numbers to your weak side. You got Osa and Micah over here, but you got numbers over here. So you got 4 on this side, 3 this side. That's cool with me. It's cool with me because if you run the counter over here, you're a dumbass. And if you run this outside zone or inside zone here, we should have it. They ran the counter. Damn. That's bad. How they break all y'all up like that? Come on, man. What happened? You're making me look bad. Yo, what's going on? All right, the counter. So Osa did a good job though, cutting the inside zone off. Wilson, you got to see that this is coming though. Wilson is looking too far. He got caught looking inside. Micah, what are you doing? Micah is inside too. Micah, that's Micah's fault. Yeah, he got held a little bit. But that's Micah's fault and Wilson's fault. They should have been there. Let me see what our beloved Clark is doing on this play, because you know how we love to watch what Clark is doing. Clark, watch. Clark on the opposite side of the field. It's Bell. Bell, but he forcing action on this one. Clark, you got to go right now. Go. He waits. He gets there, but he could have got there a half step a little quicker. But cool. I ain't too mad at that rep. That's a good flow rep. All right. Before the play starts, again, just giving y'all this little tidbit. Right? We got numbers backside. Everybody's kind of in the box because they in tight. You got numbers backside. You got D-Law over here. He don't need numbers, but if D-Law got numbers, right? But he's inside. So you can run an outside toss. They can run a toss right here and just try to reach block Curse. They can run an inside zone at Osa, but they know Hankins is probably going to come and interfere with that. And you can run an outside zone to Micah, but you better get there fast because Hankins can cut this off if he gets upfield, right? And those linebackers, if they free, they should be slashing. Let me see what they're doing. Oh, they ran that outside zone. And what happened? Hankins cut that off. You better get there fast because Hankins gonna cut it off. I'm a guy. Y'all can call me what you want. I'm a YouTuber. That's true. But I'm gonna do that home. How am I figuring out your schemes like that? Like where the offense wants to run against you at that. Like I know where they want to run based off of the way you align it. I know where they're gonna run. So y'all should know. And the coaches should be telling you this is where they're running. I'm guessing right 70% of the time. The only time I'm not guessing right is when they do dumb shit. Like this alignment, they didn't really have a choice. They had to just run whatever you running and just hope for the best because you had nowhere to go. You had numbers to D-Law side. You had Hankins and Micah on that side with Clark. So it's like, what else were you going to do? Hankins just bench press his guy. Micah sets the edge like a defensive end for once. And Clark just waits for it and gets it. All right, let me go before this play. Let's see. Are they flipped? They flipped. If they flip and they bring their running back opposite side D-Law, they ain't running no outside zone or inside zone towards D-Law and Hankins. Once again, they must want to run a counter towards the numbers. Maybe they want to try that, but it would be dumb. It would be dumb to run the outside zone that way. Let's see if they try that. They ran an inside zone, and he bounced it outside, and they got it because either way he went on that one, he was gonna be screwed. Yeah, either way he went on that one, he's screwed. Let's see. Let's see what our linebackers do though. Boom. Nobody could touch him on this play. But this is why I say your defensive line too. Y'all keep coming at the D line, but this is what our D line is supposed to do. Watch this. Boop. Okay, so between Micah Osa, D-Law, and you even got Cursor here with some action. But Micah Osa, D-Law, and Hankins, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. They got the whole offensive line right now. So Bell and Clark don't have shit to do other than go get the ball. There's nobody even peeling off the reach like they've been doing the whole game. Look, Bell gets in, Clark gets in there and just slows down and waits. Like go in there and blow him up, man. Clark been playing like that. He been playing like I'm gonna call him almost Mr. Almost. You know what I used to call almost AB. You don't want that kind of title. I liked AB, but AB at least I think AB was better as a position than Clark is at his. And y'all hated AB. I don't hear nobody talking about Clark. It's crazy. That's crazy. So, am I crazy, y'all? Am I tripping? I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping. I'm crazy, but I ain't tripping. All right, let me see. These dudes are wait and see. They don't attack. Now, Micah was attacking in the Miami game, but these other linebackers are frauds. Now, I would not argue with you on that. Overshine. Yeah, he said, old man Overshine. Overshine would kill that. The D line plays two gap, primarily the secondary inlets. The faster guy flow to the ball. Yeah, the second level. Yeah, yep. Mozzie a bust, Shoemaker bust, two ways to picks. Why put Gallup in the game? Jalen Tober showed us he can beat single high coverage. Damn, single coverage on Howard, Pro Bowl corner. Tober mossed him. Facts. I hope Overshawn looks the same post injury. I hope they give him a chance. They didn't give Cox a chance post injury. Kurtz had more heart. He just slow. At least get in the way of the blocker, create a clutter, and make the running back go somewhere else. Yep, that's the least you can do. Always great to catch you live, Okoye. Would like to see Evans and Izzy playing more reps. That's a fact. He said Clark doing the cha-cha slide. He said DQ sees this shit. He got to be seeing it. My linebacker coach was a former NFL All-Pro, and if we weren't dropping or scraping, we were told to work forward. Waiting is same as surrendering yards. That's a fact. I call it skiing. So you ski forward, like you kind of slide. You still stay in. You stay straddle if you don't know what's going on, but you still take up ground and wait for it. But in this game, though, or in these in this film that I'm watching, it's easy to see where they're trying to get to because they do the same shit over and over again. The center just reaches, they're reach blocking, and they're cutting you off. They're just cutting you off. But if somebody's cutting me off, if you're on my left, it's the same thing with boxing. I tell guys, man, if if you hit me with a jab, like if I catch the jab, unless he's going to throw a hook off the jab, but like if I catch the jab here, so let's say the mic is the jab. If I catch the jab here and my left hand is extended here, there's only one way you can go. You either throw a right hand here and I can just catch it here off of that, or I can roll off of that with my hand, or you're throwing a hook off the jab and I can just open my hand up and I'm catching it here. I already know where your left hand is at. So you only got one other hand. You're either doing something else with this hand. If the timing is off with the right, if I catch the left and time is off with the right, I know it's left again. I know it's left again. So it's boop. Okay. Your timing is there. Your reflexes are there. What we do is you see a guy cheating off to your right. Well, if you got nothing but space and opportunity to your left, and you got a guy cheating to your right, well, you know he's cheating to your right because the ball must be going there because he ain't going to try to block you into the ball. So he ain't going to push you. He ain't going to get to your right and push you left because the ball would be right there. That would be a dumb scheme. Automatically, the first step, and that's what Micah Parsons does. That's why he's so fast at getting there. The first step of that guard or a center that's trying to peel off on you, if they're cheating off to a certain side, that's where the ball going. You get there. You get on his outside shoulder immediately or get across his face immediately. Immediately. I ain't no all-pro linebacker. That's just common sense. It's common sense. Why the hell else would he be going out there? He ain't going out there to push you back into the ball. That's dumb. It's time to try someone else at OT. Jimmy Johnson used to give tests every week, or how do you keep missing your assignments? Facts. Yep. How you keep missing your assignments? I don't know. Linebacker's number one job is to close the gap. Hell, you typically 5 to 7 yards off the ball. If you don't step forward, you're giving away yards freely. If you read and see O-line coming to chip his ass and make a pile. Facts. Tear him up. Yep, Kurtz needs to be in a rotation to keep him fresh. AKOYE, this team has had run issues for years, dating back to Marinelli and even a bit before. Dallas has been weak up the middle for years. Hankins has done a good job, but he's just one player. Yeah, I mean, we just now getting back to the point where we'll use a true nose tackle and so on. So that's a good thing. At least we're doing that. We haven't been doing that for a while. Curse ain't playing bad. Are you kidding me, Okoye, man? No, I mean, I've seen Curse make plays though. I haven't. When I say playing bad, I mean Curse is playing average. I don't got Curse being a Pro Bowl player. He's not a Pro Bowl player. He's playing like Curse. I think they're trying to treat him like he's a Pro Bowl player. That's the problem. So he's out of position because you're using him wrong. If you use Curse at what Curse is supposed to be good at, which is occasionally guard the tight end and help out versus the run and blitz, he can do that still. They're asking Curse to play single high, asking him to man up against corners sometimes. I mean, receivers sometimes. Why are you asking him to do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't blame Curse for that. I blame you having him out there for that. I don't think that's horrible. I don't think Curse has played horrible. I just think Curse is not shouldn't be used as much as he's been used. They had him at middle linebacker last game. And that ain't Curse's fault. I mean, it's probably his fault. He probably want to be there because he want to be on the field as much as he can. But Curse ain't no damn middle. Curse ain't a linebacker. Why you got Curse at middle linebacker? In what world is that good? Okoye on that San Fran. Look at the team before Jefferson and see if he stays in one spot. Oh yeah, Jefferson only played a couple snaps at the end, so I didn't even really pay attention to Jefferson. because Jefferson is he was playing against the second team, so it didn't really matter. I ain't gonna give you no credit if you did great against the second team reps. I'm in fantasy Super Bowl. Don't know who to start at QB: C.J. Stroud or Jordan Love. That's a question. Well, you are a horrible QB drafter, is what I'd say. I ain't even give you no advice on that one. I would say, well, they both got a chance at the playoffs. They both in the playoffs, right? Or got a chance to make the playoffs. So they both gonna ball the rest of the season. They're gonna try anyway. I don't know. Micah should play middle linebacker, first and second down, and end up on passing down. Yep, end on passing down. Yep. All right. At this point, it would be easier to convert at base 3-4, but no one plays base. We're unofficially a nickel defense. Yeah, I mean nobody plays base, but we could. There's 3-4 teams in the league that play 3-4. Pittsburgh don't stop playing 3-4. They're gonna play 3-4, and when they're not in 3-4, they play their. It's like they run like a. I don't even know what to call their nickel because their nickel was weird. Like they still got two stand-up linebackers, so it's like a what do you call it? 2-4. Because they got two. Yeah, it's like a 2-4 instead of a 3-4 on the nickel. They take one lineman off the field, still have two stand-up outside linebackers, two middle linebackers, and they bring a nickel in on those plays, which is it's still a big nickel, but they're doing it with two outside linebackers. Yeah, but their front is just different. But yeah, cool. Is he overrated? They said Damone Clark is overrated. All I heard about is a kid coming out of LSU, how was how much of a beast he is and how we stole him. Okay. I mean, I feel you. You're right. No, no, that ain't true. You know what I mean? That ain't true. Coach Marv, AKOYE, let me give my point on the linebackers. All right, hold on. I'll let you give your point real quick. Coach, I know you go long-winded. I'm gonna give you this though, because you made some crazy points today. But I'm about to get off, so I'm gonna give you this though. I'm about to give you the link right now. All right, so jump in. Hold on a second. Let me go to invite. Let me edit. Boom. All right, you should be able to refresh the coach if you're still there. You should be able to refresh the page and you should see the link at the top that says join. Right? He said Evans got my vote, full-time starter, better than what's in front of him. Facts. Okoye, this team has had run issues for years. I read that already. I ain't see that coach when you was talking. My bad. If you left, he might have left. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat if you said that earlier, coach. Strange that you lose weight during the season. Mozzie's really 190? That's not a joke. I thought that was a joke. Yeah, I thought it was a joke. Coach, you should be able to get in here, coach. Come on. Okoye, Law wants you to come over to the final word. All right, right after this. If he's still on there, let me hit Law. He ain't hit me up though. Let me see if he texts me. Where Law at? Okay. Yeah, Law ain't say nothing yet. Hold on, I'm asking right now. Oh, coach ready. All right, here we go. Coach Killer, what's up with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a coach killer today. What's up, Koye? I'm gonna
Hey.
be a coach killer, and I'm not usually. I got a fondness for coaches because I've been a coach,
Yeah, yeah. You you,
and
you try to you try to be
I'm
easy on
I'm
them.
not one of those ones that go around talking about coaches should be fired or let go, or it's always the coach's fault. Because I understand players should have some accountability themselves.
Right, right. True.
But when you watch a guy like Clark that I watched in LSU attack the line of scrimmage.
Right.
You don't get 50, you don't get 160 some tackles in the SEC and 25 tackles for loss, over about 20 tackles for loss in the in the SEC, and don't know how to attack the line of scrimmage.
True.
When I watch Bell, even though Bell is not a linebacker, I watched him. The reason why they got him for wanting to play linebacker because when he played free safety at Florida A&M, he stayed up in the line of scrimmage too much and wasn't that good on deep coverage.
Right.
Because he wanted to get into the mix and make tackles.
Right. Yeah. I covered him. I did a breakdown on him when he was coming out. So and when we first got him. So I thought he was going to be a force near the line of scrimmage too. I got the film plan for you right now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So why are we talking about this here? I watched the Cowboys for a long time, and for this, let's talk about the last 3 years I watched the Cowboys. Your linebackers had led the team in tackles none of those years. What great defense! And I want the people in the chat to listen to this. What great defense!
Name one.
That your linebackers don't lead the team in tackles. I've heard people kill the defensive line. Everybody talks about, man, we need the two some big guys in the middle.
We got them.
Every one of these films, do you see the linebacker? Do you see the defensive lineman get pushed back on the linebacker? In none of these clips
have I seen the defensive lineman get pushed backwards. Never. Not one.
Linemen don't listen, in the run game, you may have a good defensive lineman in a year. He may have 50 or 60 tackles.
That's a lot. 30 is average. Yeah, 30 is the average. Yeah.
It's flowed to your linebackers to make, but this defense is flowed to our safeties.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, our linebacker playing like the linemen. They're standing in one spot taking up blocks so our safeties can make tackles.
Yeah. Insane.
And this is not, and I'm not, and this is not, this is the group of this group. When you watch and you see linebackers play the same way, all of them never moving forward. I talked about this in our live stream 3-4 weeks ago, and I was going crazy while we were watching the game. And you guys, Ball Scott, I was like, man, watch the linebackers. They never move.
I'm about to go over there now. I'm about to go to they just text me to go over the final word after we done.
Right. And but this show you showing here, I retweeted it on Twitter. This beef is spread just like the wildfire that we spread it about Micah Parsons.
Right. Now you saw that, right? Like the patterns. Like I pay attention to patterns. Every time you see the alignment, and this is why I say common sense. Like you would see Ray Lewis do this all the time. I'm like, I know that's a hell of a comparison. But you know where the ball is going based off of your personnel and your personnel's alignment. So you know if D-Law is outside of you, number one, he don't need no help. Number two, if he's outside of you, right, and he's already out in the C gap already, they ain't running out there.
Run that play again right there, AKOYE. Run that play again right there when we seen Bell coming up and he forced the play. Watch. If Bell goes forward and forced the play, it makes it better for the line. The next, I think, is the next one. Any linebacker that meets the defense, the offensive lineman 3 yards or 2 yards off the ball, that forces the play.
You talking about here?
No, I'm talking about that they ran to the sweep to the other side, and Bell came up and Clark got there late, but Bell came and forced the play. You said Clark should have got there a tick faster. But the reason why the play was shut down was Bell is small, but he met that right play right there. If he comes up, right, just a couple of yards, he doesn't get blocked as bad. If he stays at one spot, the lineman going to swallow him up. That wasn't a great play by him, but he came forward.
Yeah.
If they come forward somewhat,
he forced the action. He forced that cutback.
The action. We just need. I was saying this, and I know you got to go.
No. You know who does that? I'm gonna show you something real quick since you're talking about forcing action. Because I thought these guys were bigger the way they do it. Right? They don't. They're not big. Watch this. Wait, these guys not big. This Miami defense right here, right? Long and Riley, they both undersized linebackers. One of them only 6'1" and 227. The other one 5'11", 227. So they not big, but they don't wait. See that?
Look at they don't wait.
They don't wait. They do not hesitate. So right there, look, gone. He already in the gap. So he forcing action right there. Both plays. Watch this. Ain't no hesitation. Look, gone. Boop. In the gap. He undersized, but he don't wait for no action to come to him.
And what a lineman, a defensive lineman, an offensive lineman, what he cannot stand is a moving forward linebacker, because the combo blocks or the reach blocks, they already feel that they're at a disadvantage because
you already a slower guy that got to get out there. Yeah, you can't
got more agility. But if you stand in one spot, it's almost like I'll try to equate it like this, like a quarterback. You can kill a quarterback if he stand in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't step up or moves or have quick feet moving side to side, and if he's just sitting in one spot like a dummy, you're gonna get there because you know where he's gonna be.
Watch 45.
Know what our linebacker is gonna be.
Watch 45. Boop. He ain't waiting. He's not waiting. He go get it. That's how you gotta play him. Like, to me, the way these guys play the run is like that's what you want. Even if you're not great, you don't got to be the best at it. You just got to be wild, playing like your hair on fire. But these guys will go get you. Look at this.
And I don't think,
as soon as they read it, they out. They ain't waiting. And 51 overran that, but it didn't matter because 45, he reacted so fast that he forced it right back into his D line. It wasn't no cutback to have. Look at 45. He already on it. He already on it. And they already tried to cut off this cutback lane. They was trying to cut this back. It's probably because it's what's his face too. What's his name? What's big boy name? Forget his name. Henry. That's Henry. So Henry ain't got that agility to cut that back anyway. But these guys do not wait, man.
They don't wait, and they play and watch. You can watch them and watch how they play. They play with bent knees and they play in behind their pads. You watch Clark, you watch Bell. They
play up high.
Yeah, they got straight backs, and they open their chest up for you to get to their chest. Yep. Watch these linebackers. They never let you get to their chest.
Yep.
If you get to the linebacker chest, he blocked. There's no, I don't care. He could be 6'4", 270 pound linebacker. He let a lineman get to the chest, he blocked.
Yeah, it's a done deal. So like I said, man, I'm not tripping, and we do have to be concerned going into the playoffs, playing, because all the teams in the playoffs are the top running teams. It's just not a coincidence.
If somebody needed, if somebody want to ask a question, this is what I really want to say when I say about linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody need to get up on that podium and say, Dan Quinn, why do our linebackers sit in one spot and don't attack the line of scrimmage?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all of them, because that's how they're being coached. They're coached to be. I go back to what Dan Quinn said about LVE, and I want to take a little bit of credit away. I've been hard on LVE, but that's how he's been coached. I can't. What can I say? Because everybody else doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
and I know that they're faster.
Yeah,
I have seen more talent.
Yeah,
but if LVE, he said something about LVE. He said LVE is always in the right spot. Is our linebackers taught to be in the right spot or to force the play and make the play?
Yeah,
or they act to be in the right spot. If they're actually
in the right spot, and that's what they do. They get to the spot. Yeah, they act to get to the right spot and wait. That's what they're doing. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They get to the right spot.
Get the right spot.
Yeah, they get to the right. Nah, linebackers supposed to go eat. That's what they do.
And this is if we watch, you ran, I don't know, about 100 clips. You keep running the clips, and there's no way in the world that the chat cannot see that the linebackers are not moving forward. And if you want to stop the run, that's a marriage again between linebackers and defensive line.
Yep.
If your linebackers are either bad or not taught correctly, Philadelphia can't stop the run. They got two
in high school ball, playing linebacker in high school. I played linebacker in high school, and I played fullback too. But we know both sides of the ball, right? If you're watching, if I key in on my defensive lineman, right, the defensive tackle in front of me, if I see that, even if he is soaking up the block, if I see he getting double teamed and they shading off to his right side, so if he's tilted inside, whether he's doing it on his own and trying to penetrate left, or they're forcing him left. I already know the ball going that opposite way. And if it's going left where he at, he already in the gap anyway. I ain't worried about it. I'll let him do that. And I'm gonna cut off his hip. So you play right off of his hip. They don't do that either. They wait, and then now that lineman that was doubling that forced him inside, they just cut you off on an angle automatically. You're supposed to get across his face or beat him to that spot where he now got to grab you. If he's still engaged with your lineman and you hit that gap, the only way he can do anything is if he reaches his arm out and grab you while you going into that gap. Otherwise, he gotta let you run right by him, and he don't want to do that. So he's either gonna block you in the back or he's gonna grab you. That's how you force holds or penalties. That's how you do that in the first place. But it's like, and that's high school ball. So that don't make no sense that we don't know that in
the NFL. I know we were talking about small linebackers. If you go through the NFL, people, most teams only got one big linebacker and the other linebacker about the same size as Bill. Because listen, the NFL is worried about being a guy that can be able to cover as well. This team was built with defensive linemen. Well, we got so many defensive linemen that we are covering up guys for our linebackers to be small, and they're not attacking the line of scrimmage. And this linebacker coach that's in Dallas is pathetic, because the reason I'm saying this is I look, and if I see a flaw that is every linebacker, regardless of his size or ability or how he came in, is playing the same way. And when they came there, they were aggressive players, and now you have turned them into non-aggressive players. That is how you are being coached. And there's no way in the world that this coaching staff can watch this film and the defensive lineman can't watch this film and say, man, we doing all we can to make it easy for y'all to attack the line of scrimmage, and y'all sitting there waiting guys to block you.
Yeah,
it's pathetic, man.
Yeah,
and we talk about and the reason why. And last week, you know why Micah Parsons might not want to play linebacker, Koye?
Because he probably don't like the damn
coach.
Yeah, he probably, but he don't listen to the coach. Micah Parsons don't play linebacker like none of the rest of these guys.
The coach trying to tell him to do the same things that those other guys do when he's not blitzing. He ain't got time to hear that.
Nah, Micah want to go get it.
There you go.
Get that ass.
Man, salute to you, Koye. I hope that everybody goes out and repost this.
Oh, I'm about to make a piece. This ain't even the piece that you can repost this if you want. But all these clips that I'm putting together, that's what I've been doing all day. I just wanted to touch the people after I talked to you. You had me hyped. So I said, let me go out and talk to the people. Yeah, it's on. Because the playoffs is coming, man. Ain't no time to be nice right now. We wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong, neither was I. I'm like, when I went back and dug into the film, I'm like, damn, bro. That's like, this wasn't new. It's just that we were playing passing teams and we were stopping teams from running because we were either up or they were just a passing team anyway. And they were playing into our
defensive line, Koye. Our defensive line better than what people think it is.
We got a great defensive line.
They're covering up the unaggressiveness of the linebacker.
Yeah. Our defensive line ain't no joke. You got 3 or 4 guys on the line right now that are bona fide run stoppers on their own. That's D-Law, Chauncey, and Hankins by themselves. And if you put Osa at 4 tech in the 3-4, he is 1 too. Osa just not a 3. Osa get doubled at the 3 tech. He can get pushed off the ball. He get tired of those double teams at the second half. But at 4 tech, Osa ain't getting double team all the game because that nose tackle taking all that heat off him, and the outside linebacker outside of him is taking that heat off him. So he'll kill. Osa gets sacks and run stops if he was playing 3-4 because you can't single cover, you can't single block Osa. He gonna kill you.
Our defensive line on the run, and I'm gonna say this right here, and people might think I'm crazy. Our defensive line is better than San Francisco defensive line for run. But the linebackers are so much better than our linebackers. It make it look like they're better. Yeah. They got better D linemen.
Yeah, man. And that's crazy. Like Greenlaw and Warner they go get it. You got Patrick Queen and Smith go get it. You got Quincy Williams and CJ Mosley. They go get it. Like the best defenses in the league right now got 1 or 2 great linebackers. 1 or 2.
Or they got a strong safety that's play like a linebacker that goes get it. And when Donovan Wilson, all the time I run defense look good is when Donovan Wilson play like Donovan Wilson can play and go get it in the line of scrimmage. Because he's gonna attack
They
because
don't blitz Donovan Wilson that much anymore, though. That's the problem. Like Donovan Wilson blitzed he blitzed like 40 times last year to get his money. He ain't blitzed, but I think he blitzed less than 20 times this season. They don't blitz him.
we got Corey. We can't be nice on this because you know something.
We're gonna be at home if we're gonna be home.
Same thing.
Yeah.
That question need to be asked, or whatever his name is. Who is the linebacker coach? Because if this is how linebackers are playing, if this is what they're being taught, because these guys are been aggressive players, and now they're being poodles. If O'Shawn was here and you asked him to be a poodle, he would have probably been a poodle too. He just ain't get enough time with this guy to become a poodle yet.
Yeah.
So I don't like kill coaches, but this is
it's ridiculous when you got Evans and Micah Parsons on your team.
Too much talent on this team,
and you can't stop the runner. And you acting like you don't got middle linebackers. And then you had Devin Harper on his team before that. I feel bad for Devin Harper. I feel bad for Cox. I feel bad for Overshawn because Overshawn got hurt. But these
sometimes
guys,
we did breakdowns on Devin Harper and a lot of guys, and we like, dog, man, they're not. But now we see it's everybody playing the same way. And when you get everybody playing the same way, you got to start thinking about it. That's how they're being coached, because there's no way they can go to a film room and somebody say, this is right.
Yeah, no way. No, but that's the problem. When I said that about I'll say this now, I'm gonna go. But I said this about Clark earlier, right? I said when you listen to the way Quinn talked about LVE, saying he always in the right spot. He was like bigging him up. And it wasn't like just fluff talk, like he really meant it. I said, well, that's why Clark probably played like that, other than the fact they got the same injury. If you want to do well or want to start on this team, you're going to play like what the coaches is telling you they want to see so you can get on the field. And they big up LVE as if LVE was playing it at a high level. And I'm like, he knows where to be. He knows where to get people. I got the hiccups. But he knows where to be. He knows where to get people in position. Right. But he never played with that type of tenacity. And that was because LVE, I thought he was trying to guard his neck. And then the moment I got the hiccups crazy. But the moment he went out there aggressively, he got hurt. He was aggressive in the 49ers game. Got hurt. He made 2 plays behind the line of scrimmage that game. That's the first time I think he did that in one game ever. I don't think he ever made 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage ever.
Well, he didn't. And we killed Jalen Smith and ran Jalen out here. And Jalen was a forward, a going forward linebacker. And if we talk about 150 tackles, you get 150 tackles in a season, folks. You don't do that by happenstance. You don't do that because you ain't a good. If you can find the ball 150 times in a season,
that's pretty good.
We had combined. We ain't had linebackers with 150 tackles, and that's combined.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a change though, because
I hope so, because that
2 losses in a row. 2 losses in a row coming in with Detroit on a short week. I think they're gonna have to do something. If they come out here with the same rigmarole on Saturday, then I am gonna snap. I promise you that.
Well,
let me go, Coach, because number one, I know they want me to jump on the final word before they go. So meet me over there.
Go ahead, jump on the final word. Hey man, whoever the linebacker coach, you got to go, man.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. I'm on his ass.
All right. Salute, y'all.
Appreciate it. Salute. Thank you. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. I'm out of here, y'all.